Hello and welcome to CATV Live right here on Cash Alternative TV. Cash Alternative TV is a show about cryptocurrency with a focus on Dash, which aims to be a digital cash for the world, an alternative to cash. If that's something that you're interested in, you want to learn more about Dash or just want to hang out with me some more, don't forget to subscribe underneath this video play window and click the bell so you never miss an episode. I'm your host, Christopher Carruthers, also known as Tao of Satoshi, and I'm quite happy that you joined me here today on this snowy day in Canada. I might go skiing after. We've got a bit of snow out there. I might have to shovel the driveway as well. So I'm glad to be in here talking to you guys about cryptocurrency news. This Cash Alternative TV Live is basically just a weekend show where we go over cryptocurrency news and Dash news. And I have a little chat. I'm going to have a little chat with people that are watching later. And just wanted to touch base. I'm getting a little bit of feedback from my other instance there. But we're fine. So the people that were watching last week might remember that during the crypto news, I was trying to talk and show people what was going on the screen, but it actually I never changed it to the actual window where you could watch the internet with me. So all you were doing was watching me talk for that time. So I'm going to fix that today. It's not going to be doing that today. And also I'm going to have at the end a little bit of a chat with you guys. If anybody has any comments or questions in the chat room, I'm going to answer those. And also, I think I found out the way to make the videos, if I'm playing videos on this show, I think I found a way to make them so you can hear them better. Last week I was trying to play videos and people were saying the volume was really low and they couldn't hear. But hopefully it's fixed today. So let me know when I play a video if you guys can hear it okay. So we're going to start off with the video lineup. I'm going to talk about the videos that Cash Alternative TV did for the last week and the videos that are coming up next week. So last week was the much-awaited talk with John McAfee. If you didn't see it, check my video lineup. You'll see it there. And I was very happy to talk to him. A lot of people are giving me a hard time because they're saying that I shouldn't be talking to John because he's got quite a colorful past. But I enjoyed talking with him. The problem was I was trying to get him, at the end of the video, I was trying to talk about Dash a little bit more. But because of the time constraints and his tendency to ramble and be a kind of incoherent at times, I wasn't able to get to the punchline of talking about Dash too much. But I was able to get in the fact that we have optional privacy, which is good. But I think he's kind of where you can learn a lot about cryptocurrency because they're very focused on that aspect. And so these are places that if you check out that video, you're going to see a whole bunch, like 8 different places for you to check out cryptocurrency content. Or if you're a content creator, you can post there and get incentives. Like you can get tips in cryptocurrency, and you can have people tip you in cryptocurrency. So that's really good for content creators, and it also gets your message out there to more eyeballs, which is good. All right, so that brings me to next week. I'm not putting out as much content. I was trying to put out 3 videos a week for a while there, but work called me in. I have to do an extra shift every week, so that kind of took a lot of time out of my schedule. So I'm trying to do at least 2 episodes a week right now. And if I ever get to leave the casino, I'll be doing a heck of a lot more than that because I'll be able to work on CATV full time, which is what I would like to do. Next week, we're going to have an interview. Hopefully, it's going to be a Tao and Amanda live interview with Jean-Henrik Meyer. He's from Dash Embassy DAC, and he's heading up the Dash marketing campaign. So we're going to talk all about what's going to happen with this marketing campaign. How is he going to drag everybody from Dash together, all the different camps that are in Dash, and have us have one coherent message. I'm definitely interested in participating in that, and I'm interested in having it be something that the community rallies around. So watch out for that Tao and Amanda live episode. And also I'm considering doing Dash versus Nano, how Dash compares to Nano. And I'm not sure, I don't have any materials for that yet. If you guys can hook me up with some, that would be great. But if not, I'll just do my own Google research. And I'm going to come up with a rough Dash versus Nano comparison. Because every time I mention Dash on some places like Our Cryptocurrency, they're telling me, you should talk about Nano. Nano's so fast and all this stuff. So I'm going to do my own research about Nano. And I'm going to see how it compares to Dash. And I'll do that in an episode. So that's tentatively scheduled for next week. Hopefully that comes up. All right, so now's the part of the show where we're going to talk about the crypto news recap. This is all the news in cryptocurrency that's happened in the last little while. And before I jump to the news, I'm going to make sure I switch to the window where you guys can watch along with me because last week all you saw was this screen, and I was watching the internet, but you guys couldn't watch it with me. So hopefully it's going to be a better experience this week. So here we go. Our first one that we're going to talk about is Fidelity. And this is a huge, huge company, huge investment firm. And they're coming in with a stake in, it's called BC Technology Group. And they're a digital asset platform. And so they've acquired 14.2 million stake as the operator of OSL, one of Asia's biggest digital asset platforms for professional investors. And they've got a 5.6% position in there. So this is kind of big news because this is basically they're making the headlines by coming into like a major player in cryptocurrency. So Fidelity, if they're going to start exposing their customers to this kind of action, that's going to be good for cryptocurrency. There's only one way that can go, and that's up. So I'm really interested to see what happens with Fidelity over time, if they actually increase their position in cryptocurrency, or they're just going to try this and that's it. We're just going to have to find out. And you guys like The Simpsons? I know I like The Simpsons. They actually explained cryptocurrency on The Simpsons recently, and that was cool. I was really happy to see that. And I lost my Simpsons one. I was like, because I'm an idiot. We're going to try to find it again. I'm just going to go and find it on Google. There we go. So this is on Cointelegraph.com, and they're talking about how Jim Parsons, I don't know if you guys watched The Big Bang Theory, but Jim Parsons is Sheldon Cooper on The Big Bang Theory. It's one of my favorite shows. And he has a person on this one, and is explaining cryptocurrency. So I'm not sure if they show it here. Let's see where they go. One of the latest episodes of The Simpsons. I had it all tracked up, but I lost it. Here we go. Let's give this a watch. And you guys let me know if
I
you
will
can
explain
see it.
cryptocurrency by clicking the link to TV's most beloved scientist, Mr. Jim Parsons.
People think I'm a nerd, but I'm actually super cool. That's why I'm here to talk about the really cool subject of distributed consensus-based cryptocurrency. Kachinga. Could a nerd do that? I don't think so. For cryptocurrency to work, we need a record of every transaction that occurs. These are recorded in what's called a distributed ledger.
I'm a consensus of shared and synchronized digital data spread across multiple platforms from Shanghai to Grenada. Each day I'm closer to being cash of the future, not in your wallet, I'm in your computer. Oh yeah!
When you use the currency, the transaction is recorded in the ledger.
I can dig it.
And when one ledger book gets filled up, we add to a chain of previous books. That's the blockchain.
Later, glitches.
If you'd like to learn more about how cryptocurrencies work, here's everything else you need to know. And goodbye from me, super cool Jim Parsons. It went in! 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 You saw it! It went in!
So that's got to be good news, because we're seeing the mainstream acceptance of cryptocurrency somewhat, and when you see a big show like The Simpsons that has lots of viewers, having them have cryptocurrency and actually make an effort to explain it, not just have it as a punchline, I think that's important. So I'm pretty happy about that. This next one is, if you're watching this, Kodaks, I'm still jealous of you for living in Wyoming. So this lady, Caitlin Long, she's actually helped the blockchain cause in Wyoming. They've enacted 13 blockchain enabling laws. So if you're into cryptocurrency and you want to start a business, Wyoming is definitely a good place to start. So anyway, this lady is starting a business. It's starting a bank. It's called Avanti, which means forward in Italian. So this is going to be a new bank, a new U.S. bank to serve digital asset industry, offering new products and services not currently available in U.S. dollar markets, along with tech partner Blockstream. It's Wyoming-based. We're preparing a long process of charter application and aim to open in early 2021. So this is definitely something to follow as well. The first crypto bank in the United States. This might enable a lot of other things to be done, a lot of other projects in cryptocurrency, a lot of other companies that might be able to be established because they're going to be backed by an actual bank that is favoring cryptocurrency. So I wish Caitlin Long good luck in her efforts there, and hopefully it'll bear some fruit. So our next thing that's open for business is I don't know why this is up. Hold on a sec. I don't want this, no thanks. Okay, so they're talking about 3.1 billion transactions that have been done on all cryptocurrency networks since 2009 to 2019. And these are across the most active cryptocurrency networks, the most active 24 cryptocurrency networks. And it was done by Block Native, a startup tracking Ethereum mempool, and conducted research that counts all transactions across 24 networks. And one of those networks was Dash. Because we're very active, we have a very active blockchain, so we were featured in this research, so that was good. So out of all these currencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, EOS, Tron, Stellar, Tether, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, Monero, Bitcoin SV, Binance Coin, Dogecoin, Zcash, Verge, Tezos, Decred, and our own Dash, Neo, Waves, Digibyte, Bitcoin Gold, and Gas. So out of all those 24 networks, 3.1 billion in transactions. Very impressive. Now, from good news to bad news, if you're an IOTA person who's actually has an investment in IOTA, this person at Crypto IQ was talking about how an example of centralization and how it can destroy $1 billion cryptocurrency. The network has been down for over 2 weeks since this hack. I talked about this in another episode, about this hack that happened. And it's definitely something that's concerning, because this is it's lost 40% of its value in the last 2 weeks. So it's been down since February 12th, meaning that for over 2 weeks, no one who holds IOTA has been able to send or receive any transactions. And the IOTA Foundation decided to turn it off. So this is a centralized body that can just say, hey, we're turning it off. And this was after $2 million was stolen out of IOTA's native Trinity Wallet. And since then, IOTA's lost 40% of its value. So it's a loss of almost 400 million. So out of this hack of 2 million, $400 million worth of value was lost. So apparently there's something called a coordinator, and it's run by the IOTA Foundation. It's a centralized service that can turn off and on the blockchain. And apparently it turned off the blockchain, obviously, and they haven't decided to turn it back on yet. And the Trinity Wallet, I was told it was being fixed, but I'm not sure what the current status of it is. But yeah, I was told it was being fixed, and now they're having some serious problems because the blockchain's been shut down for so long. It just can't happen in a cryptocurrency, you know, like it's like a centralized point of failure. And that's why I think it's better to invest in currencies that are more decentralized, and this kind of thing can't happen. Yeah, it sucks that people lost their money in this hack, but I don't know if the solution to it seems to be worse than the actual thing that happened. So, yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye on. All the links that I'm talking about today are going to be found in the description below, so you can take a look at them. So now we're up to the point of the show where we talk about Dash news. It wasn't really that busy of a week for Dash, I'll be honest. There's only a couple of things that I want to talk about when it comes to Dash, but which is kind of a pleasant surprise because usually we have tons and tons of stuff to talk about in Dash, so we're allowed to have a down week or two. So here's the Dash news that's going to be that I'm going to be talking about. There was an exclusive interview on You Today with Ryan Taylor, and he was talking a lot about Dash's progress and what Dash's plans for the future are. And I was impressed that they used the actual the regular Dash logo, because a lot of these websites just use the old Dash logo. So I was pretty happy about that they used the real one. And so You Today asks, in your opinion, why does the world need Dash? What payments is Dash most suited for? Ryan Taylor replies, Dash is solving a number of use cases for digital currency, particularly at the point of sale. The vast majority of consumer purchases still take place at the register, so users need a way to transact that takes seconds. This makes Dash much better suited for the vast majority of payments than other digital currencies. And as you all know, if you're somebody who's into Dash, or if you're just joining this channel and you're not sure about Dash, Dash has a quite good security. It has triple level security compared to Bitcoin. And Ryan talks about it here. It says, in addition to proof of work, which is what Bitcoin does, the proof of work mining and the block ledger, Dash has introduced 2 additional layers of security that actually make the Dash network more expensive to attack than any other cryptocurrency network. Instant Send, the chained Instant Send that Dash has now with the LLM queues, the quorum of masternodes, locks transactions within about 1.8 seconds, making them double spend proof. You cannot double spend a Dash transaction when it's been locked by Instant Send, which is it's native on the network now and it's instantaneous. This allows the recipient to safely accept payments without the risk of transaction confirmation failures. Last year, we added chain locks, a technology that eliminates chain reorganizations, which is a big concern for other currencies. If you can get a lot of mining power together, it's possible to reorganize the blockchain and wreak havoc with all those transactions that are in there. Not so in Dash. This makes the Dash blockchain completely immutable within 4 to 6 seconds after each block is added to the blockchain. We're focused on end user security, which is arguably a bigger opportunity, with our forthcoming username-based system, which is going to be in the Dash platform. If people are not familiar with Dash, Dash platform is our new technology that's coming out that's going to make crypto easy to use and accessible for everybody. You're going to be able to use the same wallets on your computer at home, your mobile wallet. Anywhere you go that has an internet connection, you can use the same wallet. It's going to be an experience similar to PayPal or Venmo, only it's going to be completely decentralized. So users will no longer need to coordinate payment addresses via email or other messages outside of the network, which are vulnerable to man-in-the-middle attacks, in which the attacker changes the payment address to their own. Instead, the Dash network would coordinate the addresses through the network itself. So that's pretty interesting. That was one thing that stood out for me. I just wanted to go over that. But the full interview, like I said, everything's down below if you want to check it out. And this is another appearance by another media appearance by someone who's very popular in Dash and very well known in Dash. His name is Rod Ambrisi, and he was in Anarchapulco, and he was doing a presentation down in Anarchapulco. So let's take a quick listen in to see what Rod was saying.
All right, for those who doesn't know me, my name is Rod Ambrisi. I've been living with crypto or on crypto 100% for the past 3.5 years. I'm a YouTuber for Dash Digital Cash in Portuguese for a brand new markets where I run all the marketing for Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and of course podcast. First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to Johnny Dollar. My lecture was supposed to be yesterday, but there was some flight change. Johnny Dollar actually spoke on my place, and I'm actually taking his position today, so thank you very much, Johnny Dollar. This is my YouTube channel, and I want to talk a little bit about how we create content in a professional way, where the main goal is to create professional news regarding interviewing the toppest name in crypto in the world. And for those who doesn't know about Dash, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Dash ecosystem, comparing to Bitcoin, where the block reward, the miners get to keep 100% of the block reward. For Dash, it's divided into 3 different layers. The miners get to keep 45% of the new blocks generated. 45% goes to a secondary layer called the master node, and 10% goes to a treasury budget, which anybody can actually apply to get funds to sponsor your project. That's where I come in. For the past 2.5 years, I've been applying for funds to the treasury in order to get funds to promote Dash in a brand new market in Latin America, more specific Brazil, for a Portuguese market.
All right, so that was Rod. He was talking at the Anarchapulco. If you want to see that video, it's going to be down in the link below. I really appreciate Rod. He's a very well done, very professional person in the Dash space, and I'm quite happy to have him as a member of the team. If you're watching, Rod, cheers to you. He also does some part-time shows here on Cash Alternative TV. He did a decentralized debate about proof of work versus proof of stake, and that also can be found in the Cash Alternative TV channel lineup. And he's going to be doing other such shows like that coming up. So that's pretty good. And we had one other integration. Oh, where is the integration? Oh, there we go. So we had an integration with, it's called BITFXT, and this is a Nigerian exchange. And they're partnering with Dash to offer 1% remittances to Nigeria. So anybody who's involved with Dash, and if you're not, this is something that you should know. Dash is very well suited for remittances because of its low fees and its instant transfer and its security. So once people receive a Dash transaction, you can be pretty sure that it's secure, and also it's very cheap. You know, it's way less than 1 penny to send. And compare that to places like Western Union and MoneyGram and places like that. It's just completely, it's on another level. So Franklin Oppenheim opines that the current move is in line with the BITFXT vision, which is being the leading cryptocurrency infrastructure in Africa, thus connecting Africa to the rest of the world. And Dash Digital Cash facilitates individuals, merchants, and businesses to carry out fast and secure transactions for less than a cent. BitFXT exchange is the leading exchange, so they go on to talk about Dash price movements and stuff, but the main thing to that is that Dash is increasing its presence in Nigeria. So it's definitely something to pay attention to. As Dash increases its partnership, it increases its footprint in the cryptocurrency space, and more people learn about Dash and its advantages, such as new people that might be watching this show might be learning about Dash's advantages that it has. And we're big proponents of Dash right here on Cash Alternative TV. We like other cryptocurrencies, but we focus on Dash because we believe that that's a digital cash for the future. So very happy that you guys tuned in today. That was all I had to talk about. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Tao of Satoshi on Twitter.